SpectrumTv, broadening your horizon.
Okay, so today is a standing ovation to everybody that made it, to the hall of, trending for many reasons. Okay, good evening and welcome to Hashtag Trending on Spectrum TV. Super excited to always be your host on the show. My name is Blessing Barty, and if this is your first time, you're welcome, and if not, welcome again, and thank you for keeping the date with us tonight. Now, Hashtag Trending is the mother hub of all trending stories on socials. Here we get to speak into some of the top stories making the trends on social media. Like I always say, do not trend for the wrong reasons. If you do, especially in Nigeria, you go collect. You know how it goes, right? When we come back from this break, we'll be digging deep into some of the trending story. Don't go anywhere.
Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigerian police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the Matters Council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my
this
lord.
an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Hashtag Trending on Spectrum TV. My name is Blessing Barty. As I love to say, the party is about to get started, so go grab your favorite snack. Very important. Strap in, because it's going to be a fun, long ride. Okay? Now, for the purpose of making sure that you do not miss out on participating on all the conversations we'll be having today, go online. First thing first, follow us on all socials at SpectrumTVNg, and you can tag me as well on all socials at BlissBassy. That's one word, BLIZZBASSY, so that I get to see your messages, and as they pop up, I get to read them out loud. As I said earlier, today I'm giving a standing ovation to everyone, okay, who made it to the top list of the trending stories today. And you know that in Nigeria, if you do anyhow, you could definitely collect. You could put up for your body, to no people talk you know where you did, right? So based on all of the story engagements today, we're looking at the top 10 stories. And the very first one on that list, I put at least 35.1k tweets. It's a story of Yul Edochie, the son of Pete Edochie. Well, the Nollywood actor got everyone buzzing today when he took to his Instagram to introduce his infant son and second wife to the world. Now, this update has apparently stunned his fans and everybody who is a big fan of the actor. And the actor became a trending topic today on social media after he revealed his second wife, Judy Austin. Now, while announcing his son, he also added that he loves his child as much as he loves his 4 older children, which he shared with his first wife, named May. Now, he wrote on his social, say, "It is time for the world to meet my son. His name is Star Dike Munachisum Yul Edochie." And to him, he says that his second wife, he's so much in love with her, and he's very, very in love with all of his children. Okay. Well, many people are of the opposing opinion that he has disrespected his wife with a public announcement, while others think that a second wife is only, it's only bad in religious settings, so the outcallings are unnecessary. Let's just check the comments to see people's reaction on this one. Daniel Rega says, if Yul Edochie's wife was the one who had a baby with another man, Nigerians would drag her to field and cancel her. But Yul is getting away with his act because he is a man. The double standard practiced in today's society is beyond disgusting. Men practically get away with everything. Well, you have a point there, Daniel. Everybody's like, if it's a woman, it should not be done by a woman, but a man can get away with it. Margaret says Yul Edochie has a second wife. He has though. I thought they said a marriage with a man whom you stayed with when he's broke will last long. How far, my sister? This is 2022. Things are changing. Daniel also says that Yul Edochie having a second wife makes no sense to me. This is a direct slap to his first wife, who literally is his biggest supporter when he was still struggling to make it in life. Anyone justifying his act in the name of tradition is plain wicked. Same Yul said this in 2012. It's a total slap. Nobody, no wife wants to see this kind of thing in a marriage, so it's bad. It's really, really sad. Now, Wicked says, I am sure Yul Edochie would have been telling his wife that it's just work. LMAOO. Now work is almost 1 year. Work's name is Munachisum. You can't hide the truth for long. I mean, one day everybody's going to know. I mean, you're going to be tired. I mean, he's a proud father, so he can't hold this truth anymore. So everybody's got to know one day. I mean, it is what it is. Right? Well, while everybody is still talking about Yul Edochie, some people have decided to drag Mercy into this conversation as well. But we're talking about that later on. Well, Mercy AK today buries her father. The popular Nigerian reality star Mercy AK has finally buried her father, Aku Dike AK, who died in in the month of March, and the BB Niger 2019 winner was in a hometown in Owerri, Imo State, to give her father a befitting burial. And the event was captured in trending videos on social media. And of course, the Big Brother Niger Season 4 winner was also supported by her family members, her friends, as they went with her to give her father, her last respect. And her father, of course, died at the age of 70, and he was buried today. And of course, Mercy AK also took to her Instagram and her Snapchat stories to share clips of this ceremony? Well, if you ask me, it's every parent's dream that their child or children be the ones to bury them and not the other way around. So it's also painful to lose a loved one, especially a parent. My prayer would be that Mercy finds strength to bear this loss and also finds the courage to move on. Let's check the comments on people's reaction about this story. Chinaza says, Mercy AK, farewell, Papa. Mercy AK, farewell. Edochie says, farewell, Papa Mercy. Okay. Mercy also says, farewell, Papa Mercy AK. Yeah. And Factual says, not a small feat at all. Painful too. Condolences again to Mercy, Lambo, and family. Farewell, Papa Mercy AK. We pray that God gives her the grace, to carry on and bear the loss and also have the courage to move on. It's always painful when you lose a parent. I mean, at the time where she's already in a limelight and being successful, this is where the parent should be enjoying the fruit of his labor. I mean, but God's plan is always the best for us, and we can always move on and carry on with the joy in our hearts that while they were alive, they were super proud of us. Okay, moving on. Yesterday we talked about Bovi, who had been banned, of course, from the US, and he has been banned from going to US to perform as well. And following that ban from entering the United States of America because he had an ego clash with a visa issuing officer. Well, the popular stand-up comedian Bovi Ugoma, aka known as Bovi, has stated that stand-up comedy in Nigeria had gotten worse than it used to be. And when he was asked whether Nigerian's comedy is getting worse or better, his response was that it was totally worse. And he further went to reveal that the stand-up comedy in Nigeria will become better if people told jokes properly in comedy clubs. Well, I am of the opinion that irrespective of the jokes that they give, it should not be at the detriment of somebody's life. But at the same time, we do hope that this ban will be taken off from Bovi, and he would, go ahead and do all those international tours as well. Let's check the comments to find out your reactions. Moses says, you see, should we now make ourselves victim of fun and comic content? Because some expensive jokes were cracked before, and those that were directed at did nothing. No, now that's wrong, because something has been the trend doesn't mean it's right or should continue that way. Exactly my point. If you're going to make a joke, do not make a joke at the detriment of another person's image. So that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So let's do the joke in the right manner and not trash people's name at the end of the day. Moses still says, insensitivity is insensitivity. Let's not mind words. P.S. This is not justification of Will's assault on Chris. So assault is assault. The same way insensitivity is insensitivity. Maybe when we are all at the receiving end one day, we would understand better. We've never gotten the deep story of the whole clash thing. Why did he, but at the end of the day, we'll find out. Olik says, you are a Nigerian, right? And you do watch stand-up comedy and probably attended one. Don't you think words have been said to people? If they all reacted the way Will did, then maybe by now people won't be hosting stand-up comedy and there will be less comedians. Absolutely. Thank you so much. The conversations get better when you send in your comment. And to do so, to get into that interactive space, all you need to do is follow us on all socials at SpectrumTVNg. And you can also follow me on all socials at Bliss Bassey. That's spelled Blibassy as one word. When you follow me, I get to see your comment. And as they come up, I'll be reading them out loud. Now, remember when I said while people are dragging Edochie into this, Mercy has been dragged as well. And of course, following Edochie, she took to our TikTok to post on how she would deal with girls or deal with women who are eyeing her husband. It's supposed to be like a TikTok trend, okay? Most of you must have seen that trend, right? Some people say she deserves a public apology for being dragged for taking another woman's husband. while Yul Edochie is receiving moral support today for doing the same thing, for taking a second wife and even having a son. At the end of the day, these people are big people. They are big boys and girls. They can take care of themselves. In as much as you see it, do not put yourself in the middle. Again, let's check the comments to find out your reactions. Bright, big man says straight bullet. Okay, straight bullet. Ikechukwu says shot fired since March 17 is manifesting today. You heard. All right, so thank you so much. Ami says, don't drag his father into this, please. Oh, no. I would always say that however a child turns up tomorrow, it's not 100% the parents' fault. I mean, the child is an adult, right? So he is responsible for his actions. Now, that would take us to the next story where Pete Edochie, the father, was dragged. Throwback to when his father took to his Twitter to handle the address of marrying more than one wife. Now, he tweeted stating that marrying two women does not mean you're a man. It just means that you're about to suffer and breed confusion among your generations. Today, he is faced with that situation, and some are blaming him for his poor parenting, while others think that it is not his fault, but totally Yul Edochie's choice. If you ask me, at the end of the day, we can't 100% blame Pete Edochie for his son's action. I mean, Yul Edochie is a big boy, right? And he can take care of himself, and he's solely responsible for his decisions and actions. I keep saying it. I have one of this big conversation with my mom one time, and there was a reason why we got that conversation. At the end of the day, I told her, Mom, see, if you see me wearing the colored hair like I'm doing right now, doesn't mean you're a bad mom, doesn't mean he didn't train me well. I made that decision myself. I wore that wig and I feel like, oh, I look and I feel good in this. If anybody has any question, let them come ask me. It's as simple as that. So because Yul Edochie picked a second wife doesn't mean his father did not do a great job of being a parent. It's totally Yul Edochie's choice, and he decided to take that actions. Okay, so don't bring the old man into it. He was just doing his own job. He has done his job basically as a parent by taking care of him, advising him morally and otherwise. So to space by following us on all socials at SpectrumTv NG, and you can also follow me at Blease Passy. When I get to see your message, I get to read them out loud. When we come back from this break, I'll be reading some of the comments on that story. Don't go anywhere.
Nigerian police force, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigerian police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My Lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My Lord, the Matters Council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my Lord.
this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord. These cases are in court, my Lord. I'm just reminding your Lordship.
My Lord, sorry, my Lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
You're still tuned into Spectrum TV, and my name is Blessing Bossy, and you officially on #trending, a place where we give you all of the top, trending stories. And like I always say, do not trend for the wrong reasons. If you do, you go collect. They go put them for your body. And the Nigerians are like on their phones 24/7 to know what's happening, what's trending. And of course on Twitter, that's not the place you want to be. If you don't have the heart for that place, don't go there. They will drag you. Okay, so if you're just joining us, you're welcome. And if this is not your first time, thank you for keeping the dates with us, right? And then they say to get into that interactive space, all you need to do is follow us on all socials at SpectrumTv and NG, and you can also follow me on all socials, please, Basi, so I get to see your messages as they pop up. Now, when the show started off, we kicked off with Edochie. I mean, he's getting everybody wild. Like, come on, like, really? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? At the end of the day, he's a big boy. Now, everybody's dragging him because he has taken a second wife, and he's also announced the birth of his, son. And everybody's like, you can't be doing this. You can't. Come on. I mean, you're better than this. Your father taught you better. I mean, at the end of the day, it's this life, right? And then we moved on to talk about Messi, the Big Brother Season 4 winner who buried her father today. And a lot of people came out in their numbers to, celebrate with her and also pay their last respect to her father. And he died at the age of 70. And I said that no parent's joy is that they be the one to bury their children, but the other way around. So it's a beautiful thing, a fulfilling thing as well. And of course, I'm glad that he got to enjoy the fruit of his labor as has his daughter, and of course, being the last days here on earth, she gave him a befitting burial. And then we move on to talk about Bovi, who recently got banned from entering the United States. And of course, he has come out to also say that Nigerian jokes are getting worse, and that comedians should look at a better approach on how to share their jokes. And I will always say that as much as you want to throw a joke, whether a comedy, as a joke, do not do it at the detriment of another person's image. So I think this is where comedian Bovi is, his angle of concentration. And at the same time, we do pray that that band be taken off so that he can go do some international, shows as well. And then we also moved on to Mercy Aigbe being dragged into the story. Of course, she is also a second wife, and people are like, oh, she deserves a public, apology for being dragged. I mean, while some people are supporting Edochie, and some are saying no, it's totally his father's, fault for bad parenting. Well, we're receiving comments now on that particular story. Dream Girl says, you people insulted Mercy Aigbe and called her everything under the sun for becoming a second wife. But praise Edochie for marrying a second wife after teaching. After cheating, make it make sense. In Nigeria that we're living, when the woman does something terrible, it's not supposed to be a woman thing, but when a man does it, he's applauded. I mean, it's a man's word, they say. Well, Aura says, all of a sudden, some men are trying to push the narrative of polygamy because it is you. But when it was Mercy Aigbe, the narrative was she can't stay in husband house and she's a husband snatcher. They amaze me. Welcome to Nigeria. Don't be surprised. It shock you, Abi. Let it not shock you, right? But again, the conversation gets better when you send in your comments on all of the stories. I don't want to be the only one talking. You get interactive with me and you know what to do, right? All you need to do is follow us on all socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at SpectrumTVNg. When you do that, I get to read your story. Now, moving on, not only the fact that Edochie caused a stir on social media today while he announced his second marriage to the actress Judy Austin today, he also revealed that he has welcomed his second son with his second wife. Well, Edochie's first wife of 17 years, her name is May, had reacted to the news of her husband's second marriage, as she has called on the judgment of God to take over this union. Well, she took to the comments that her husband posted on Instagram today, saying, "May God judge you both." With that post, it's painful. You could tell that she's already feeling like, no, this can't be me, Abba, can't be me, and no woman should go through this pain. It's definitely painful. Well, that's a post. She said, "May God judge you both," and it's quite sad. And we do hope that there'll be a balance in the marriage at the end of the day. So let's just check into the comments to find out some people's reactions. Nefish says, "I don't even know why this is so funny." It's funny, right? Mwani says, "Even as a man, I see this to be improper. So heartbreaking." Definitely so heartbreaking. Yeah. Tommy Tommy still says, "Funny indeed. Now people they behave and no they surprised at all." Can't be surprised. Nothing shocks you in Nigeria. As far as you're here, nothing shocks you anymore. And the conversation gets better when you send in your comment. I want to see your comment. We talked about so many things. We talked about Edochie. We talked about Mercy. And so the conversation gets better when you get into that interactive space. And don't forget, you can also follow me on all socials at Bliss Bashi. When we come back from this break, we'll talk about more. Don't go anywhere. So I had to quickly go check, on your comment. I'm still waiting for you to send in your comment. And of course, if you're just joining us, this is hashtag trending on Spectrum TV. Now, moving on into the world of sport, Karim Benzema has explained his mental confidence, behind taking the penalty. Whilst Pep Guardiola said Manchester won't in the second leg. Well, breathtaking game packed with chances and moments of individual brilliance was a treat for those watching, but left City, who had the better of the game, with slanderous of leads to defend at the Stadium, next Wednesday. And it was a remarkable piece of skill, one that took nerves of steel, considering that Benzema had missed 2 penalties in Real Madrid last game with Osasuna. And of course, after his goals in Manchester, Benzema has now knitted a staggering 41 goals in his 41 appearance this season. He said that he has always had it in his head that if you don't take a penalty, you will never miss a penalty, and that's mental confidence. And he has a lot of confidence in himself, and that he would do it, and of course it turns out well. The soccer special panel were stunned by Benzema's penalty, which completed the scoring in the 7-goal thriller against. Said that he changed because the last 2 penalties were not good, and that he tried in training, and that he didn't know how he would shoot. And of course, he chose Benzema. Benzema, and he did very well, showing a very strong personality and character. That it wasn't easy in the semi-final of the Champions League to shoot a penalty like this one. Well, I mean, you've seen it all. And of course, the City boss also said that Pep said that he knows that his team just needs to avoid defeat in Spain to reach a second Champions League final, and that won't be changing his attacking ethos. All right. No, we're still waiting for more comments on that particular story. Now, moving on today, of course, Liverpool rather, and it's already ongoing. So I'm still waiting for update on that, on that story. At the moment, it's 0-0, and of course, we're anticipating that. I'm not on any side at this moment, but I would just say that let the winning team, emerge today. And of course, UEFA Champions League semi-finals are both, England and Spain affairs, and the Liverpool boss Jordan has history on his side against Villarreal today, and the German coach was in charge when the sides met in the 2015-2016 Europa League semi-finals, a 3-0 second leg win at Anfield, taking the Reds to the final following 1-0 defeat in Villarreal. Well, the match is ongoing, and currently it is 0-0. But as the match goes on, I'll be keeping you updated, and you can also send in your reactions as you're watching the match. And again, let the winning team emerge. Okay. All right, Sylvester says straight win for Liverpool. Hashtag you will never walk alone. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Send in your comment as as the conversation goes. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Edochie. We've talked about Bovi. We've talked about Messi Ike, who also buried her father today, and we talked about Messi Ibe being dragged. About in following Edochie's story, and they're saying, oh, she was not apologized to, and she made the same mistake the other way around, or not the same mistake, did the same thing, and was disrespect on social media. But everybody, some people are for the same thing, and like she needs that. She deserves that apology. But at the same time, I would say who are big boys and girls who can take care of themselves, who are totally their decisions and actions. And of course, people also drag in the father of Edochie for bad parenting. You can't say that 100%. He has done his bit as a parent, right? And you say when you reach an adult age, you're responsible for your actions. So you can't 100% drag his father to it, right? And today, of course, ongoing right now, Liverpool and Villarreal are ongoing with the match. Again, let the winning team emerge. Me have come up for that group chat too. Okay, but you can get the conversation gets better when you interact with me. So go on socials right now. I know you're watching the match, so go online, go online and follow us on all socials at SpectrumTvNg, and you can also follow me at Bliss Basi so that I can see your comment as they pop up. When we come back from this break, we'll be digging into the very last segment. Don't go anywhere.
Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigerian police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the matters counsel is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my lord.
this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigerian police force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police force.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the matters counsel is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my lord.
this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
Okay, so I went to take, a spook of the match ongoing. So it's still, in the heat already. But I need to know your reactions. Who do you think would win this match? Who do you think is going to go home? I need to see the, the scores, predictions. Just send me 3-0, 2-1, 1-0, anyone. Just send it in. And to do that, to send it in, all you need to do is follow us on all socials at SpectrumTvNg. I like to always emphasize on that so that you can get interactive with me, right? And you can also follow me at Bliss Basi so I get to see your message as they pop up. Now, moving on to some of the trending stories today. Well, the Minister of State for Education, Chukwuemeka Nwajuba, today in Abuja became the first of many aspirants to obtain the copies of the nomination and expression of increase form for the presidential ticket of the All Progressive Congress. Now, according to the details of the purchase, the minister obtained both forms after a group of Nigerians reportedly pulled the 11 million fees. That's 100 million fees. That's a lot of money. We're still complaining that how can a form be 100 million? One person like this, I want buy it. Yeah, buy it. For presidential seats, no problem. No, Say you want to buy form, no problem. Nigerians want to see change actions. I've said it. It doesn't matter who is there on that seat. We want to see change actions. Now, according to this article of the recently signed Electoral Act 2022, Buhari's ministers vying for electoral offices are required to resign from their current position before the APC primary election holding next month, May 30th to June 1st, 2022. Now, Nwajuba is not the only minister on that list. Well, the transport minister as well, Rotimi Amiche, and other presidential aides are currently vying for various offices at the federal and state level. I will say though, for those who want to listen to me, Nigerians want to see change actions. Okay, it's beyond the amount, 100 million naira for a form for presidential seat. That money can do a lot in Nigerians' economy. I'm just saying. Well, let's just check into comments to find people's reaction on that story. Yale says, this one everybody is running. It seems there's some hidden prize when one just declares. Maybe I'll find out by first of all telling some group of persons to call on me to run, and after some delay in this guise of consulting, I would then declare. Okay. Okay. This one says, now wow, I'm short of words, my dear. Words have finished in my mouth. I'm short of words. I mean, this is Nigeria, right? The ego says it can't be true. My dear, it is true. It is true. This is Nigeria. It is true. He has bought the form, 100 million naira for the presidential form. Well, at the end of the day, Nigerians want to see change action. That's just really what I'm going to say. I mean, irrespective of who is going to be the president or governor, okay? And the amount is outrageous. Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, I know, but after buying that form, what next? What are the agendas placed for Nigeria? What are the agendas placed for Nigerians as a whole? What are the plans, sector-wise? What are the plans at the end of the day? That's what Nigerians want to see. Well, I'll be waiting for more of the comments on that story, and you know what to do. Go on the socials and comment, okay? Don't forget the match is ongoing, and I want to see your reactions on that match as well. Well, this particular video has gone viral for the most annoying reasons. That's just me watching the video. Well, the video went viral when the Nigerian Hunters and Forest Security Service falsely shaved a lady's hair in Benue State. Now, following numerous attacks by bandits, members of this security group tasked with protecting the lives of farmers in the state stopped a lady on a motorbike and then ordered her to come down, then forced her to sit on the ground. Hey, and then proceeded to cut her hair. I don't get it. Like, I mean, people that are supposed to be protecting their fellow Nigerian civilians are the ones doing these outrageous things. What's your business? What's protection got to do with the lady's hair? Is it your hair? Is it your tinted hair? You're supposed to be protecting her and not making her look like she committed a very terrible crime. Well, Nigerians also took to the social medias demanding that the governor of Benue State punishes, this group of people for humiliating the lady. Here is a clip of that video.
Now, this is what is happening. These guys, Nigerian hunters are first. These guys are barbing people's hair, beating people, harassing people. Who the hell are these guys? Where do they come from?
Where did they come from? I don't get it. What? Who are they? Where were they? Where were they? I don't get it. Like, why would you humiliate a lady at this? I mean, it's like she stole a bag or she stole something at a mall. Come on, it's uncalled for. The question in my head is, if it was you, what will you do? I know. Yes, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, you know, go agree, right? I won't have allowed it, but it's definitely uncalled for. And I think that the governor of that state should, investigate and, make sure that justice is served as well. Well, moving on to wrap things up here, Burna Boy continues to break grounds, continues to take Nigeria globally. Well, he was a guest at Trevor Noah's, the Daily Show, where he took a jab to, at the weak government in Nigeria. Now, in that interview, Trevor Noah revealed that people all over the world are attempting to replicate the positive things that Nigerian musicians are doing. And then Burna Boy chipped in saying that it does not include the country's administration. Well, he also noted that Nigerians are always proud of their achievement anytime or the good things that they do, but they don't hide it, except the fact that they want to scam you. That part, I don't know. But Nigerians, they will always be proud of what they do anytime, any day. And of course, this same Burna Boy on that, on that platform is amazing. Just take a look at this.
One thing I've truly loved is how Nigerian artists have taken Africa to the world. Man, you've blown up the continent. Everyone is now trying to emulate what Nigerian artists are creating. But surely
except
there are
our government.
Except.
All right, that's amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, Nigerian keeps putting themselves on that map globally, and Burna Boy is taking the big step, a giant of Africa. That name is not. It's all beans. He's doing it by his record. You can actually see. Well, that's how much I can take today. Thank you. It's been an amazing time talking to you right here on #Trending. A big thank you to everyone who got to participate live, and it's always awesome reading from you. Let's do this again tomorrow. Same time, same station. Don't forget, do not trend for the wrong reasons. If you do, you go collect. See you tomorrow.